cool. Yeah, I could see like keeping the, I don't know. Anyways, we're just gonna move forward. Just as a preface, I probably won't be talking too much about like movement and critiquing movement unless I think it's important or like integral to like the race strategy, like the strategies that either me or Serial implement. But it's mostly I want to talk about like routing decisions and like general ideas of how to go about a seed like this. And boy, this seed was interesting. So let's just get started. You could see here I already, have a 2-second advantage because I'm a cheater. My feed is obviously on the left and Serial's is on the right. Oh, let me actually realize there's something on screen that I want to get rid of. There we go. Yeah, standard prologue, pretty much. Small differences between me and Serial, but nothing too major. One of the main differences, though, starting out, is I'm keeping the cross. I'm juggling between using the cross sub-weapon and the holy water. You want to keep the cross on screen because you want to end the fight while having the cross in your inventory. That gives you a extra 5 MP over holding onto the holy water. There we see Dracula gives me a jump. Serial also gets a jump out of Dracula, so pretty much neck and neck. So no big deal. I did take a hit, which means I'm going to start with 75 max HP as opposed to 80, but that doesn't really like make a difference. Our starting equipment wasn't great. I think it was like a Twilight Cloak. I think it was a la carte shield, if I'm remembering correctly, and rapier. And honestly, it wasn't that not anything worth keeping. I think it was Skull Shield. I think we might have had Dragon Helm, but even then, just Dragon Helm alone is not worth going to library for. Spoilers, there's a library card that comes up pretty soon into the seed. And yes, for clarification, this is the race that happened last night between me and Serial. In general, I handle the enemies a little bit better than Serial does. I think I got pretty good zombie RNG. They weren't like spawning in awkward places, and they spawned pretty much on top of the wargs, which is what you want, so you can kill them and kill the wargs at the same time. Here's where the library card dropped. I went to check the rest of my inventory just to see what I started with, and I decided not to keep the inventory. Like, the starting gear wasn't good enough. You could see here that Serial actually like stops and thinks about it for quite a while. He wasn't sure what the right thing to do was. Yeah, we didn't have anything. It was Opal Circlet, Secret Boots, Rapier, Twilight Cloak. Like, this starting gear is not worth keeping, honestly, because I also luck out pretty early on because I think it was, the second item right here drops, and it's a Vorpal Blade, which is pretty much like an A tier, if not S tier weapon. So, like, I didn't really miss out on anything at all. So I immediately clipped the Vorpal Blade because not only is it good for killing things, you can also move with it. So yeah, you can see me doing backdash cancels using the Vorpal Blade's attack. I almost forget to check that little pot there, and then I go back to check it again. And then, yeah, I got a second Vorpal Blade drop, which was super cool, and a duplicator drop right there in that candle. So this seed is dropping really good items really quickly. I started to feel myself a little bit after seeing the duplicator, so I went to do this check hoping it would be like a Mana Prism or a useful use item. It was a Shuriken, which could have been useful, but I ended up not really using it because Vorpal Blades are really good. Hammer isn't very useful, so I just move on from here. On Serial's side of the screen, he found Mist, which is good, but it's just not very useful because he needs to farm for money to get the because I think the relic was required. I forget what the relic in the shop was, but I'm pretty sure it was required. I'm doing good, Bilda. What's up, dude? Just going over yesterday's match. I'm mostly going to be focusing on what I do here for the most part because Serial ends up just kind of wasting a lot of time during this part of the run just because he doesn't really... he's not really accomplishing anything. Like, he has mist, but that's pretty much all he's done so far. Is he's acquired mist, and that's it. So, not a whole lot of progress. Meanwhile, I do have a duplicator, and I also have a library card, and I'm keeping that in mind. And I know for a fact that I still need to check the relic in Marble Gallery, but after checking that relic, there's not really anything to do in Marble Gallery. It's all just wasted movement at that point. So I'm probably, in this moment, I'm thinking I can just use the library card with the duplicator equipped so I can use it again later, and I can go straight to library, which is pretty much where Serial is right now. I'll pretty much fully catch up with him, and I'll still have the duplicator in my inventory. So I see that it's the Ring of Vlad, so I go out of my way to grab it. Because Serial still needs to backtrack through this area. So equip that duplicator, use the library card, and I'm pretty much fully caught up. I think this is the optimal play if you get a library card early on in most situations. Is you don't use it to keep your starting gear. Instead, you use it after getting the second relic in Marble Gallery. I found a turquoise so I could sell it and buy the Jewel of Open. So I'm already like have a huge advantage over Serial as far as like what relics I have. I'm checking out the shop. The shop had a lot of great stuff. I buy an Alucard shield because I saw that there was also a Maulblung sword, so I'm thinking I'll end up using a combination of infinite mana prisms plus Alucard shield plus the like shield rod spell combo, which is like pretty much the most broken combo in the game. Here the encoder gets a little whacked out. The only downside to this so far is I don't have any movement relics to finish checking out the library, but Form of Mist is actually all you need to do a full check of the library for all of its relics. So I'm going to go out of my way and do that right now. Oh, Serial found that Ring of Varda really early. Does he not save here? He doesn't save here. Huh. Did I miss him doing the reset earlier on? No, he's going back to library now? Man, Serial must have been really confused. Yeah. Yeah, because everything was very straightforward the way that I ended up doing it. Have 2 Vorpal Blades, so like I don't have to worry about fighting any bosses. I just mash the freaking buttons and they die. Here I did save before fighting Lesser Demon, just because I needed to make a save anyways. And on top of that, if this relic ends up being useless, you could just save split, reset the game. If you don't have Bat, it ends up saving a tiny bit of time. It might even be negligible, but if you have Bat, it's not worth save splitting for, pretty much. I could have library carded as well out of there, that is true. That would have just been extra menus and stuff like that, so I'm not sure which would have been faster. Probably the library card would be faster, because resetting the game is quite slow. But either way, I end up getting the book jump first try, which is great. The book hitbox is really messed up. Like, it's really janky to try and work with. So, oh, I go out of my way to grab this Onyx, and then here I'm actually checking how much money I have, because I wanted to see if I had enough money to buy Maulblung, because I remember it was 2k in the shop, and an Onyx is only 1k, and I have $600 left over. So I am like $500 short of getting Maulblung. So I just leave. That's why I opened the menu there. And you can see here I'm already quite a bit ahead of Serial. Did he not save here either? I'm surprised he didn't save before the flea armor room. Especially, like, I don't know. That's interesting. And now he has to fight Lesser Demon with just a rapier. Oh, he ends up killing him pretty quickly. Yeah, not a bad fight at all things considered. I think from here, I just go back to castle entrance. No, I'm sorry. I'm opening the shortcut. Oh, he has like no MP too. This is so bad. I don't know what's going on with the encoder on my screen, but yeah, I think from here I'm just gonna head to Coliseum. But yeah, he doesn't know about that jump, and he doesn't have enough MP either. So you have to sit there and wait for MP. He doesn't have anything to refill MP either. Yeah, that's really sad. Here I messed up a missed jump, and it wasn't that big of a deal. I pick up the Marshal, even though I don't really need it. It's just one of those things where if you aren't very cognizant of what you're doing, you'll end up doing... you'll just end up picking up extra items. I'm also going to skip this song because it's a nice song. I'm just not a big fan of it. I think... There we go. It's a good song, don't get me wrong. It just doesn't fit the mood that I want. I remember saying that Secret Boots makes that jump harder. Secret Boots doesn't affect your jump arc or how high you jump or anything like that. It's fully aesthetic. Here I grabbed the Rune Sword just because I was curious to see if it would help increase my DPS, but then I realized I had 2 Vorpal Blades, so it wasn't worth grabbing. Here I don't go to... with the relics that I have, all I have is Mist and Jewel of Open. So the only 2 places I can really go are into Caverns, which I ended up not doing right away. I end up skipping Caverns. Instead, I have the option to go to Coliseum instead. Coliseum has 1 relic for me to check and also gives me the ability to go to Castle Keep through the chapel, which is what I think I end up doing. If I remember correctly, I should open the Aurochs Warp first and then go to Coliseum, I want to say. No, I do Coliseum first. Oh, this is why. Because I was hoping that I would get Bat or Gravity Boots or something that would allow me to fight Aurochs, because then I would go to Aurochs and then go to Keep. So I was hoping that this would allow for some form of progression into Aurochs quarters, and it was not. It was Wolf. I almost skip it, which is funny. I don't remember why I refilled my health there. And then I think this is when I realized that I need to go back and grab Wolf. No? No. Oh, this is me realizing that I should have done Aurochs first. Gotcha. Yeah, it was kind of a toss-up whether to do the Aurochs Warp first or not, because I know I want to warp back here for sure later. So I need this warp open. It's just I kind of did it in the wrong order. Because I think in a seed like this, doing exactly what I'm trying to do, which is to get to Keep, I think you're better off opening the warp first and then going to Coliseum. And if you happen to get Bat, then that's great. Then you can wing smash your way into Aurochs' quarters. I got the freaking Varda drop. That was really funny. It's funny because it ended up like not really mattering. Because there was a Varda just sitting out in plain sight, but yeah. So here I'm opening the shortcut and going into Chapel to get to Castle Keep. It's really funny how much damage I'm doing. Dude, I think it was like 3 hits and Minotaur was dead. With both Vorpal Blade plus Varda. It's insane. The amount of damage is insane. Yeah, that heart max up is like almost impossible to dodge. Dang. I can't believe Serial used the library card again after resetting. Instead of just like, I don't know. I guess he was dead set on that route. So already one small mistake from me. Having to revisit Colosseum because I forgot to open the All Rocks Warp. Oh, I get bodied here by this crow coming up. This guy freaking ruins my day. Makes me lose a bunch of time. I think I was doing item checks here because I was looking for a Mana Prism, and that's pretty much all I'm looking for at this point. I think I end up... Yeah, I went back for the High Potion just because I wanted some form of invincibility as well, since I had the duplicator. Yeah, the Mana Prism is in the shop. Oh, I'm still looking for money as well. That's what it was. I freaking backdash out of this fight on accident so that I got like an extra 10 seconds of loading, I swear. So bad. But it's okay. Yeah, this combination of equipment is like super strong. So yeah, I'm either looking for a Mana Prism or enough money to buy one. Because I want to both get the Maulblung Sword and the Mana Prism, which I think they were both 2k. Or maybe the Mana Prism was 1.5k and then the Maulblung was 2. Yeah, Varda plus anything is just real strong. I saw the card above me and I'm like, dang, so this is the wrong place to go. I could do some Wolf Rising here to get some checks that are out of logic, but it just wasn't worth it for me. So instead I decided to warp back to Alrox's quarters and then go to Caverns from there. Yeah, Serial's route I'm just so confused on. I guess his idea is to get missed early, and then from there play through the Clock Rush like normal. Very interesting idea, I guess, but it just does not pay off. Because we're 17 minutes in and I already have like 4 progression relics and like really good gear, and I have a solid game plan on where I want to go. Here I considered Wolf Rising all the way up, but after doing like 7, I'm like, man, this is gonna take fucking forever. It's not worth it. So then I just move on to the right. Because I figure I'm going to come back here anyways to get Holy Glasses, so it's not worth wasting all of this time now. Like, the only thing that would make this worth it is if it's Bat, and it ended up being useless. The Claymore is considered a key item because it's a thrust sword, and thrust swords give you the ability to dive kick as well as chain gravity boot jumps. So there's certain like areas that you can reach by using a thrust sword's special attack, because it gives you the ability to dive kick, it gives you like a couple of other like specific checks that are available, and it is considered in logic. Here is like my favorite part of the whole seed, because I'm like, dang, I really want to... First of all, I didn't know that freaking backdashing and transforming would cause that much lag. But here, what I'm doing is I'm wolf rising, and there's a chance that I can run out of MP here, so I'm like really stressed out. But you have to wolf rise to get your hitbox into the ceiling, and then untransform, which gives you the ability, like it gives you air control back. If you just untransform without like touching a ceiling, you don't get air control. So that's why you keep seeing me go back up into the ceiling over and over again with these wolf rises. Otherwise, I would have to revisit this area quite a bit later to do this, to get the gold ring. Yeah, all these items are useless. I don't really know why I'm still checking items. I think I'm still looking for money, but... Oh my god, my throat's so dry. Yeah, Serial got a bad clock cycle too, so he has to wait on the clock before he can go into Coliseum. It wasn't that long of a wait though, so that's not too bad. Here the encoder is crapping out, but you can guess what I did. I killed Succubus, and it wasn't a problem. Oh my god, look at the pixels. What the hell is happening? Jeez, okay. And we're maybe, no. Yeah, it's still pretty bad. The encoding is freaking dying. Yeah, watching a stream through bathroom tile window. Here, the only relic I have to check is the, well, there's two that I can check. I can check either Demon Card, like the two progression relics are going to be either Demon Card or the Merman statue checks. So, I did the save split in order to, in case it happens to not be like the progression relic doesn't happen to be at the Merman statue, I could just reset and then go to Demon Card instead. Actually, I don't know if Demon Card is considered in Logic with Wolf and Mist. I feel like it should be, but I'm not 100% sure. It's not? Oh. Dang. But yeah, I pick up that garnet because that's all the cash I need. So I'm pretty much good for the next time I use the library card. And here I just have to wait for the boat, because I have no other means of getting to the relic without it. Okay. It ends up being gravity boots, which is required at this point, because that's my next bit of progression. I end up trying to skip that cutscene even though it doesn't exist. But here, instead of library carding, because I'm already in the caverns and getting back to the caverns would be a pain later anyways, I end up doing the entrance check because I'm already close enough to the entrance. And I'm honestly just like really hoping to get Bat soon. I grabbed that katana thinking that it's like a good katana because they all have the same sprite, but it didn't matter. Like I have the best gear in the game. This is one of those seeds where I just could not resist picking up extra items for whatever reason. But yeah, it turns out in Logic that was guaranteed to be a progression relic, so I didn't need to save split, but I didn't know at the time, so. Here, Vorpal Blade is doing a pretty good job of keeping the zombies from ruining my day. Yep. So I kill these guys because they can be a big pain. And then turns out it's Tooth of Vlad, which is bad for two reasons. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Now that I think about it, it's perfectly fine. I'd prefer for it to be bad, but it's better than nothing, I guess. I think at this point, what do I end up doing? Do I go back to check Demon Card? Or do I think that's what I do, yeah. So I go back to the caverns to check Demon Card because that was the next area, and I'm already here. So I need to open up the teleporter for the caverns anyways. Yeah. So I need that warp anyways, and I'm already here. Otherwise I would have to do a lot of backtracking. This is when I decided to finally equip that freaking high potion, just because I want the invincibility slash being able to heal myself because I was pretty low. Yeah. So there's no save splitting here because of acquiring the progression relic in the spot that I grabbed it in. So I just have to keep moving along. Yeah, this seed is just... The progression that was given was pretty rough. Here, yeah, I'm using the invincibility to skip killing the Donkey Kong skeleton, because he'll respawn with the barrel if you deload him off screen and then reload him, but if you kill him, he won't respawn at all, so... Oh yeah, Talk's telling me I can make the waterfall gap with just a normal jump from that side. I could have, but I just didn't think about it in time. My movement was definitely subpar in a lot of areas. Like right there, what you just saw was very bad and wasted a lot of mana for no reason. But yeah, bad movement's bound to happen in a rando. Oh man. Serial went back to check Lesser Demon after he already found out that it was useless. He must have forgot. Oh my god. Dude, this is so bad. This is like full tilt level of bad. There, I saw the bat relic, but I couldn't tell if it was fire bat or soul of bat at first. So I had to get like a little bit closer to tell. Yeah, he did say that he forgot. That's rough. At least he has Wolf now, so it could help him get out of this little gap that he's in. Here, I don't know what else to do other than to teleport back to castle entrance and do the entrance checks. Here's where I find the second Varda, which I don't end up using because I have Duplicator. I don't have to do a save split to check entrance because I've already checked entrance. So here I can go just straight to Alchemy Lab and do the Alchemy Lab checks. I always love having gravity boots for Alchemy Lab just because it gives you some extra movement. Especially because you're doing a lot of climbing. It just cuts down on the climbing. Here I found Merman statue and I felt very unhappy about that because I already went to caverns and already did a lot of the cavern stuff. I was forced to do so because of the seed. So there was a part of me that's like, well, I can't just turn around and go back to caverns just to check the Merman statue. And there's no quick way for me to get there without getting to a teleporter or something, so... Oh, I messed up my movement here, yeah. You want to backdash off the ledge and do a transform, so that way you can gravity boot up there without bonking into anything. I mean, you want to have Merman statue, and you preferably want to have it before doing the caverns area and all the checks there, but... So I think this is where I decided to... that I'm just going to go back to caverns from Marble Gallery, and there wasn't really much else I can do about it, except because I have to do that check eventually, and I'd either have to wait until the next time I got to a teleporter, which I think would have ended up being slower, or I could just do it now where I'm on the right side of the caverns to do the Merman statue check relatively quickly. And I planned on library carding afterwards anyways, because the next area I have to go to is I need to check Fire of Bat, and I need to go to Keep to do the rest of those checks, so I can do Fire of Bat and then teleport into Keep because I have the Keep teleporter open. Oh yeah, I also have to check this relic too. I forgot. Turns out it's nothing useful. I don't do the item checks here, right? No, I do the item checks. Why am I doing item checks? Hey, stop it. I go back for the freaking attack potion. Why? Yeah, my main critique is I made that small routing error in Colosseum, which was kind of a bet in a way. Like, I was hoping to get progression to fight Allrocks early, which ended up not happening. So it was a gamble that I ended up taking, and it not paid out. And then the other critique that I really have for myself is I really went for a lot of item checks that I did not need to, because I have Duplicator and I have two Vardas plus 2 Vorpals. Like, that alone is enough to like finish the seed very quickly. But I really just want a Mana Prism and Maul Blanc, I guess. Yeah, I think statistically it's better to open the Allrocks Warp first. Here I do more item checks because they don't waste time. These item checks are perfectly fine, because you have to wait for the boat anyways. Yeah. I guess because I was like hoping to get maybe a Mana Prism so I don't have to buy it in the shop or something. I don't know. I really don't know what my logic was. Oh my god, what is Serial doing? He doesn't have enough MP. Oh no. Yeah, Serial didn't... He tried to do the thing that I did, I guess, but he did it poorly. Oh man. So he's gonna have to revisit to get Gold Ring. And of course I find Soul Bat here, which is like a big... like, I don't know, felt bad. Yeah, I don't think he knew about the ceiling float, because I think I described it in the interview afterwards, and he didn't know about it, or he seemed like he didn't know. So here I sell everything, and now I have tons of money, like more money than I could ever like need. So yeah, I end up buying the Mana Prism and the Maul Blanc. Oh, the feed cuts out, but all I did is I cast the spell here, and then equipped the Mana Prism. So Maul Blanc's sword works the same way that the Shield Rod does, and allows you to cast shield spells with it. It also has like extra attack and has like the slash properties and not like the club properties or whatever, mace properties, whatever it is that the Shield Rod has. So it's just overall a better weapon. But I won't be using it primarily for attacking. Yes, Rod, that's what it is. So yeah, there I equipped the Mana Prism, and now I have Mana Prisms plus Shield Rod spell, which is freaking busted. Dude, the Mosaic is so strong. Jeez. I wonder if it's because they told me to try the variable bitrate setting. And maybe my stream was just like dropping the bitrate like crazy. I was at 25, yeah. Fucking Rasha says in chat, I love the Tiger Electronics SotN randomizer. God damn, that's funny. Yeah, it must have been a big drop in bitrate. I don't know. Here I need to check. I'm still getting stutters too, which is crazy. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with my internet or whatever was going on. But it was Heart of Vlad here, which ends up being the last Vlad relic in the first castle. I think, yeah, that was my last Vlad relic, or the last relic check that I needed to do in first castle as well. So, all I have left to do is to acquire Spike Breaker. No, I still have All Rocks. Just kidding. I still have the All Rocks checks to do. So I need to get Spike Breaker, go to All Rocks, get Silver Ring, get Holy Glasses, and then finish the first castle. Oh, Cereal, no. Please just grab the relic. There we go. Yeah, the keyframe warping is trippy. I don't know what caused all that to happen, but man. Yeah, I didn't realize it was this bad. Jeez. Oh my god, this is so bad. Oh my god. Dude, it like... This is insane. You can't tell like what's going on at all. I mean, you can, but... I pick up Force of Echo there, but I don't even have Echo. I just kind of landed on the relic, so... Yep, from here I just teleport out. The only reason I grabbed those relics was because that was that area was where I was going in the teleporter sequence anyways. Because when you use a teleporter, it goes in a particular sequence. So going from the outer wall, the next teleporter that you go to will be Castle Keep. And I still needed to do the keep check, so I figured I'd do them real quick. Yeah, yeah, the stream looks like it is the Aria Chaos Realm when it starts to like freak out like that. My only concern was the fact that I didn't have Power of Mist and I skipped Echo because it was useless, or it was just in a useless location. So I just needed to do Blind Bat, and I get it fairly easily, which is great. The trick is easy enough, but if you're stupid, like I am sometimes, you just end up messing it up in ways that, like, I don't know, it's just bad. The thing that I have the most trouble with is like having a visual cue for how low you're supposed to be when you do the second wing smash. Anyways, I did a lot better at skipping items after getting Shield Rod or Maulblung and Mana Prism. Here I do like literally 0 item checks because I have the best setup in the entire game. Like, there is no better setup than this when it comes to killing stuff and moving fast. Best utility, best movement, best DPS, everything. So it's just not worth stopping to find anything else. I have everything I need. There I missed like a transform or something, I don't know. But yeah, here I'm going to be teleporting back to Alrox's quarters. So far, I think once I got the Merman statue, the only thing that would have maybe saved me time was to head to the Holy Symbol check immediately. But honestly, that only makes sense if I know for a fact 100% that that's where Bat was. And honestly, Bat being there is so bad. It's like super bad. It's one of the worst locations to find Bat in. But so I'm pretty sure overall my route was pretty solid. I can't really think of any more improvements on it as I'm going about it, like as I'm watching it. It's honestly so hard to commentate what Serial's doing though, because he's basically doing a very similar route to what I did. He just happened to have gone to the library first. What is he doing? Oh, he realizes that he can't do the Spike Breaker yet. Yeah, and he just saves for safety, I guess. Or does he cheese it with invincibility? I'm actually super curious as to what Serial's trying to do here, because I don't find anything useful basically past this point. Like my first castle is pretty standard. All I do is I grab silver ring, grab holy glasses, and then, you know, just very standard stuff. But this, what does he do? Okay, he's trying to use strength potion for invincibility. Doesn't work. There is no invincibility on the strength potion. Oh my god, this man's insane. Does he have anything to heal himself with? He's dead. Oh no. Yeah, you need like an anti-venom or anti-curse. Those are the only items that have a different invincibility threshold and allow you to stack them. But even then, you can't make yourself fully invincible the entire time. Like there's a gap. So I had library cards, but I'm pretty sure that if you have the shortcut open between Chapel and Coliseum, it's faster to just go through Coliseum from Silver Ring to get to the Marble Gallery, as opposed to using a library card. Oh, he doesn't do it. So he just gives up after trying once. Dang. So he went down so many different like rabbit holes just to get nothing for it. That's oof. That's like the third or fourth time that's happened to him this seed. This is always scary if you're not paying attention, because in this section you need to equip silver ring and gold ring, and it's not optimal to re-equip your gear right away, because that's an extra menu that you don't need to do. Instead, what you want to do is you're going to equip a library card later anyways after getting the holy glasses, and you want to equip holy glasses as well. So you just don't want to accidentally use your mana prism or accidentally use buffalo stars or whatever you're doing, because then you don't have the duplicator equipped and it's gone forever and it wastes a lot of time. Granted, I probably had enough mana or enough money to buy another mana prism at this point. Maybe. I don't know, actually. Very important, re-equip that. I equipped the Varda again, even though I don't think it matters with Shield Rod. Although it will give me extra defense buffs. So there's that. Oh wow, Cyril still hasn't done Alchemy Lab. He did the entrance checks, but he hasn't done Alchemy Lab. Why is that? Why did he check entrance but not Alchemy Lab? He's gonna grab that Maulblung, isn't he? Oh, that's Sword of Hatter. Maulblung was in a different location, I think. Okay, so he did entrance with Merman like I did, but then decided not to do Alchemy Lab afterwards. That's so interesting. I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like doing Alchemy Lab at that point is like the right play. And he's going out of his way to do extra item checks too, like right here. Yeah, it ends up being a neutron bomb. Oh, I forgot to put on holy glasses. Wow, nice. Talked about optimal menuing and I forgot to do the fucking holy glasses. Nice. Yeah, he went to warp, but why not use that warp to go to entrance? That's my question. Like, I think he used that warp to go to outer wall instead, and then do the Fire of Bat check. Yeah, I don't agree with that decision. I think doing Alchemy Lab was the right choice because you get more relics in, because you get both relics in Alchemy Lab, plus you start moving towards Auroch's quarters and all that. Anyways, I enter the second castle, have to re-equip the Alucard shield spell, and I just move on from there. Hey Lord Wrath, what's going on, man? Because I don't know. I mean, if you really want to prioritize going to Keep first, I guess, but honestly, Keep is cool because you get 3 relics if you're able to check them all, but I don't know. There, I pick up Power of Mist just because it is useful for maneuvering stuff, and I'm already here anyway, so I just pick it up. It's not, like, needed or anything like that. It's just a nice thing to have at this point. I know there's more relics in Keep. It's just that the movement required to get to Keep through Clock Tower is just slower, especially if you don't have Bat, which you don't have. Like, this isn't I'm saying in this particular scenario, when you don't have Bat, it doesn't make sense to me. Now, if he had the Bat movement, it would make a lot more sense, especially with a Mana Prism and a Duplicator, because then you're just flying as fast as possible. Here I grab Leapstone as well, because it helps speed up screen transitions. That's pretty much it, and for like more comfortable movement. Again, Manly, item checks like are cool and all because you do get different item checks when you go through Clock Tower and whatnot, but he has a duplicator. Like, you don't need to do item checks at this point. I even like was telling myself that like the worst thing I really did in this seed is do extra item checks. Other than that, I think I showed pretty much the better route overall. Because you have Gravity Boots, you want to do Alchemy Lab, because your movement is way better for Alchemy Lab with Gravity Boots than it would be going through Clock Tower and going through Keep. So yeah, I'm only getting like 2 checks or 3 checks out of it, but I'm able to do it way faster. It also happened to work out that those checks were required, whereas the ones in Castle Keep were not. So it was statistically better, and it actually worked out for the seed. Dang, this music is freaking intense. Chill, dude. Cyril finally finds Merman statue. Nearly 50 minutes into the seed. And he's going to finish up Alchemy Lab from here too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm screwing up my movement a lot, but at this point, you know, doesn't really matter. Yeah, going from Outer Wall to Keep without Bat is very questionable. You really only want to do it if you absolutely have to. The only thing that's kind of similar to that is a pretty common thing that happens is like you don't want to do entrance check without Bat either, but the problem is with that at least entrance is only 1 relic, but it's also very like it's a relic that's very close to other relics but also not close at the same time. I don't know. The entrance check is always like one that I have a hard time routing in. Dang, I'm having so much trouble with this section. Dang, we're already at the end of the songs in the game. Dude, I Am the Wind is gonna finish by the time I finish the run. That's actually really hype. Oh, that was so clutch. I untransformed right before picking up the max HP up to save time. Here I went creature first because I had mana prisms and it doesn't waste that much time to do it, and it turned out to be the Rip of Vlad, so I got pretty lucky on that. But I already assumed that I was quite a bit ahead. I wasn't sure how much ahead, but I knew there was a couple things that I knew. I knew for a fact that Serial probably didn't get gold ring his first time going into caverns, because I doubt he did the Wolf Rise tech that I did, because I wasn't sure if he would know how to do it, so I felt very comfortable being ahead there. And there was something else that I did that made me feel very confident that I was ahead. But other than that, I wasn't sure if Serial did the library first or not. I had no clue what was going on at this point. There was a part of me that's like, dang, Serial might actually be way closer than I think. So I was kind of worried that if it wasn't creature that I might have lost. But as soon as I saw that it was creature, I felt very comfortable. I also did some extra movement to avoid that guardian from slashing me because I was afraid of getting big tossed across the room. And honestly, I have nothing more to really add to my routing except for just I Am the Wind. Oh, here I did, I unloaded and then reloaded the area, kind of for the memes, because I know it's not necessarily faster. I just wanted to do it. Yeah, Serial's still in the first castle. Dang, he lost at least 15 to 20 minutes to just going down dead ends. That's really rough. This seed really honestly was rough. I think the routing I chose for the most part was very, very good, all things considered, but yeah. Serial made one big mistake at the beginning, obviously, by using the library card, and that just honestly snowballed into so many more mistakes. I'm pretty sure if he didn't use that library card, he would have ended up on a at least similar route to mine. Not necessarily 100% guaranteed that it would have been the same route, but dang. Sack solo as soon as I win the game. That's so rough. He only just got gold ring. Yeah. That's GG. I think Serial at one point, he considered finishing out the run, but yeah. Dang. In this case right here, I was the wind. Yeah. Dang. 53 minutes into the seed before finding Bat. That's really rough. Yeah, the only seed where someone didn't get Bat before the other finished. Here, let me do this real quick. Unless you guys have any more questions, I think I'm gonna end it here. As far as the analysis goes, I think that's gonna be it. As you can see, this is a PlayStation Black Disc. Yo, let's go. How does it feel to be the wind? I was honestly really nervous for that match. I knew Serial was the underdog going into it. I think he just got a seed that he was not prepared for, and it helped me a lot in a lot of different ways. I got to move better than him in a lot of scenarios because I had mana prisms, because I had duplicator. So like half the seed I got to like move in ways that I felt very comfortable, having speed ran the game for so long. And I don't think he was prepared for a seed that would throw him for that many loops, you know? It's unfortunate. I mean, I literally dealt with a seed like this today that just I got tilted because of a couple of small mistakes, and it cost me the whole race. So tilt can do that to you. Tilt can be real strong. Yeah, Serial is a lot better than this seed showed. Yeah, the Lesser Demon tech to exit Lesser Demon without with only Mist, that's so important. You really need to know to do that, because it's optimal to check a Lesser Demon with just Mist. And if it ends up being a Vlad relic, something that like you need for progression, but you have to still do the Mist tech to leave, then yeah, like you're screwed if you don't know how to do it. So it's unfortunate. But yeah, there's not really much else to say here, except the big bone snipe that ends up happening. I forgot that these guys have the bone move where they just throw bones everywhere and it ends up sniping Serial. Oh my god. Oof. Dang. GG's to Serial. He, like I said, he is a lot better than that clip showed, or this race showed. So it's just unfortunate that that's kind of how it went down.